In the booth at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gators. X3. 218. Chop. Get it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Manning is going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 77 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From midfield, here's Manning. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
It's complete to Golden Tate. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Look at Eli against NFC East opponents in his career. He actually has a losing record career-wise against both the Cowboys and the Eagles, but against these Redskins, pretty good, 19-10. The two teams split the season series a year ago, both winning on the opposite squad's home turf.
Recon, 152 fighter. Ready?
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this throw caught left side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Redskins 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Yeah. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Madden. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey. That's me. Sponge.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Barkley. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Mike,
Hey, Alpha. Come on. Get it.
From the gun, it's Manning. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Saquon Barkley. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Check. General West.
Check 99. Check 99.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Fire.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Giants take over.
Let's go.
1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Barkley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and it's knocked away and incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, check right. Watching the clock. 61, matchbox lights.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Mike, 55. Look at me, zipper.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
80 weapons. Go. Go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Madden. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right down Broadway. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
22.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From just shy of midfield, Manning, and this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Hey, foxtrot.
Working from the gun, Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And the kick by Rosas is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Thompson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 23. Again, a run with Thompson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The 13 yards that time at a first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. On second down now, it's Thompson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They go with Thompson again. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Keenum now, the keeper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Case Keenum, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Biggest game of Barkley's rookie year on the ground came against these Redskins. Week 14 a season ago, 14 carries, 170 yards.
56.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Now.
Throwing again. Manning. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Five.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Giants.
Down. 18 Gator.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13. Check 13.
It's Barkley on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man?
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back now at FedEx Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
Now Keenum. That's caught by Trey Quinn.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Back. Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, we're good.
They do snap it to Keenum. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They begin with a run by Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On first down, Manning into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Geis. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. Keenum now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that extra, there's not any extra field, so it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 14.
Set. 18 Gators. 56. Move. Hey, Charlie. That's what I do. Speed different.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Anderson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
General West.
Check out Reed.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
They'll go for it. It's Madden. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. They act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us. I make a lot of new money. When it's not savers. Be liking my flavor. I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist. On the wrist. On the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. Ice on the wrist. Ice on the wrist. Ice on the wrist. Ice on the wrist. Ice on the wrist.
I made her.